All right, here in Stillwater, Oklahoma, Zahid Valencia, new member of the Cowboy Wrestling Club. Zahid, talk us through the first month or so you've been here and what it's been like.
It's been good, a lot of wrestling, a lot of guys just trying to battle in there, wrestling with Claw, Isaac, Gary, DJ, Cam, just all of them, and you could just see the elevation in the room. And I think you see it in like the dual meets and the way they wrestle, the pressure, and then also being able to wrestle with David and getting his kind of nuances and his snaps and his go-behinds and stuff, just learning everything. So on the wrestling side of it, it's been amazing, still getting settled down with the whole, living in Stillwater with, it's a slower pace, but I don't mind. I think it's something I need now in this part of my career, keep the main thing, and it's been fun. I've been happy for sure.
You wrestled David a lot over the years. How was it when he reached out or you reached out or however it came to be? Was there any of that competitive tension there, or was it always a good relationship off the mat?
No, I think we've always had a good relationship, even though we were competing against each other. And I was talking to one of my buddies, and he was making a move, so it got me thinking about, okay, what's the best place for me? And for me, I felt Oklahoma State was the best place. Not necessarily that I wanted to leave Arizona. Arizona is my home. I love it there, but I knew in order for me to give myself the best chance of success and get gold at Worlds the next 3 years in 2028 in LA to get gold, I had to make a move, had to embrace some type of change, or else I'd keep repeating, getting my second. So I knew there was something that I needed, and so when I called David, he was on board, and I knew I could, as much as they could help me, I know I could help Okie State. So, and I think you kind of see that it just elevates everyone. It's been good.
Yeah. Want to go back to trials. A lot of people have sort of pointed to your match with Aaron Brooks as kind of a ripple effect in wrestling history. Maybe the singlet pull, and then you, and maybe David beats you, and then he's not here. Have you thought about that at all, and what a weird set of circumstances kind of led to
I didn't really think about it until I saw it on the social media and everything. I mean, I don't read too much into it. Who knows what would have happened. As for me, I think God's timing's perfect, and it happened for a reason, and now I'm here, he's here, so I think it just all works out, and it's kind of just the path that I need to be on right now.
How did you process that match with Aaron, that loss, losing that way? Really sort of a strange finale there.
Yeah, that one sucked. Usually I'm pretty laid back and, learn from my losses, and always been, hey, it's another match, I'm going to learn from this. But, being at the Olympic trials, and that's my goal, winning gold at the Olympics. So it was tough, especially the way it went down with the singlet pool. Having it at Penn State, everything just felt so weird, so bad, and so it was tough. I was hurt for a little bit, but I'm good. I talked to my family, talked to my coaches, and it's just failing upward and onward. So I think it's the best thing. My time will come. I do believe that, and I believe it'll be in 2028. I'm making all the right moves, I'm making the changes, so now it's just keeping my head down, attacking my goals head on, and we'll see that success come.
You're committed to 86 kilos. How are you continuing to try to grow into that a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone thinks I weigh over 200 pounds, and I'm getting there. When I first came in, I was down to like 185. I jump up to 195. It's just my weight just fluctuates all the time, but David's been helping me, taking my supplements and everything, protein. So I'm happy where my weight's at. I'm around 200 now, so it's been pretty steady. So I feel good. I think I'm at a good weight to make a good cut, be big, be strong, be fast.
And you're training with David, and that he's done competing. Has he revealed anything about you that he was applying technically, strategically, that maybe you didn't realize, or revealed some tendencies you had?
Yeah, for sure. I was just rolling with him the other day, and I'm asking about his go-behinds, his front headlocks, because he's one of the only people that could do that against me. I feel pretty good defensive there, so learning kind of his tactics, his his method of doing things, how he wrestled me, and he doesn't want to change my wrestling, which I like. He knows what I'm good at because I've wrestled him. He knows where I struggle, so kind of just cleaning up those aspects and adding more of the tactical side, doing mid-match adjustments and keeping my emotions in check. So he's been a great help, and I just continue looking forward to growing and learning from him.
Yeah. Where are the areas that you feel like, all right, I need to specifically improve here or shore this up?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is, when I start getting emotional, guys don't shoot, and I start getting frustrated, that's when I see myself diving into shots, trying to get into the legs, create some type of action, which I don't necessarily need to. Just controlling more tie-ups, having more face, having more snap-downs, and kind of just tying all those things together instead of just diving into the legs, causing me to get even more tired. So just little things like that, but I would say that's probably my biggest gain right now.
What's the biggest difference for you when you're, I remember some of your folk style matches, like 7-minute hard pace, and then some of them it's like, man, Zahid looks a little fatigued. What do you think goes into those two different kind of versions of you?
I think the difference is just the level. In college, I could shoot, and I'm tired as heck, but those college guys just end up breaking. I knew they were going to break before me, where in the senior level, they're just smarter, more experienced, and you could see it. I kind of noticed it first when I wrestled Burroughs at that match in Texas. I go on firing. I was up 5-0, 6-0, something like that, but he just started withstanding, and he knew if he could just withstand my pace and block and defend, then eventually the tide will kind of turn. And I could tell with these guys and these foreigners, now that they know my name, know how I wrestle, they kind of just stall, defend, try to get me tired and wait for me to start making mistakes and diving into shots, getting little cheap tilts and stuff. So I would say that's the biggest difference, just their experience, the knowledge of the sport, and how to make those adjustments in match. So it's just been different. So I feel like I've had to learn that aspect of it.
Yeah, you've known David the competitor, David the coach. What's it like, kind of in the room? Any surprises? Anything that stands out in particular?
Nothing really new. I mean, I've seen him around the Olympic Training Center, how he is, how he holds himself. So it kind of flowed in nicely, just coming in. I'm not a big ego, so it's like, hey, I'll learn, I'll take anything, and he's willing to help. So it's been kind of a smooth transition with everyone, all the coaches, like David, Jimmy, Caldwell, Pearsall, Zoe, Gilman. They've all helped me. They've all, taken me to the side, looked at my matches, and it's been great to see that they're involved and they want me to grow and get better.
The RTC was a point of emphasis for David. Before adding you, they added Roman Bravo Young. You two are both kind of like the new kids on the block for the RTC. What's it been like having Roman around as well?
It's been good. It's just, that's what I was talking to my dad. It's like, even if I didn't have, Isaac or Gary, those upper weights at the RTC, or didn't have Plot, didn't have the college guys, like just having Dayton and Roman there just elevates my wrestling. I didn't have anyone really at the top, like getting ready to win gold medals. So just being able to train alongside them, I knew it was going to elevate my wrestling. I have to be at my best because I know they're going to train hard. They're going to want to be the best. So just having them around really elevates everyone.
You're at Arizona State a long time. What was that like, letting Coach Jones and that kind of community that really was, poured into you? You were a big part of it. What was that period like for you?
It was tough. It happened so quick. As soon as I made the call to David, 10 days later I was out. And I knew I wanted to make it quick. But it was tough. I love that place. It's always home. I always want them to do good. And I do think it's a great place, but they just didn't have the partners for me, and we tried, and it was just hard to get people down there. With the NIL and money, money talks a lot now, so it's hard to bring guys down if it's not, Penn State, Okie State, Iowa. But they want the best for me, and I told them how I felt. Obviously, it's their job to try to make me stay or figure out ways, but they understood at the end of the day, this is kind of something I need, and I was there for 10 years, so, it's not that I was unloyal in a sense. I was just, hey, I gotta do this. I gotta do this for me. I got possibly only 4 years left. You know, I might be done wrestling 2028, so I gotta make the most of it. So it's been good. I still communicate with them. You know, Prince is the man.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
always been the man. But I love all of them. You know, Frank, Thompson, Zeke. They've all had my back, and they continue to have my back.
You've been at weights with legends for a while. You know, your first Final X, you wrestled Dake. You've had David in your way, Aaron Brooks. Aaron is going up by all accounts and all appearances. David's retired. What's it like, you know, for this may be the first time you're kind of the top dog at the weight? What's that like?
It's nice. It's nice. You know, I wouldn't consider myself the underdog, but in a sense, with stats and everything, you know, now I'll be considered the Dake, the David, the Brooks, to where people have to come out and beat me. So keeps me on my toes. It puts a target on my back, but you know, I'm ready that I could be anyone in the country and in the world. So I'm just excited to start competing again.
What did you watch the Olympics at your weight class? Did you have any thoughts on kind of how that played out? Ramazanov was kind of a surprise winner there.
Yeah, I wrestled him a few years back, and I knew he was good. He was stud. I know he was changing countries or whatever. That's why he wasn't wrestling often. But I knew him, and I knew he was good. But yeah, anything could happen in wrestling, you know. That's what I love about it. You know, a couple throws, good techniques. You know a guy, or you watch video enough to where, you know, styles clash and stuff. So, I mean, it's always surprising to see who comes out on top. But it's fun, you know, just watching all those guys. It's just kind of lights a fire and wants me to be out there.
Yeah. Did you have any temptation to change countries?
I did. I was actually really close. I was going to do the Mexico route. I was, after the World Trials, win or lose, I wanted to win one for U.S., and I was going to switch over to Mexico. Just so I knew if I switch to Mexico, then there's no one there. I'm an Olympian for sure, guaranteed shoe in. But, you know, it wasn't a dream. I want to hold the American flag, and it's going to be in L.A. So, you know, I just felt I'm just too close. I'm right there to switch now. You know, I'm going to make one good run. Who knows if it doesn't happen, which, you know, I'm very confident it will. I could always do Mexico 2032. You know,
There you go.
There you go. So,
all right. Well, it's been good catching up with you, Zahid. What's next for you, competition wise?
Yeah, I leave January 19th to Bulgaria for the Dan Kolov, and I head straight to Croatia for that first ranking event. So I'll be traveling quite a bit, come back, help the team get ready for nationals, and then start hitting up those U.S. Opens and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you'll be at the U.S. Open, and then if you win that, you sit to Final X, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just go out there and wrestle.
Awesome, Z. Well, man, really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in. Do you have anything else before we let you get back to your day?
No, just thanks for coming out. Great duel yesterday.
Yeah.
Freaking Okie State dominated. You know, you love to see it now. So I guess go Pooks now.
Yeah. What was it like, you know, sitting there watching that dual meet? It's a really, Virginia Tech's a super tough team. Was that kind of what you thought it was gonna be like?
I told everyone. It's just I see it in the room. I see how those guys train, how we're all wrestling, and I knew. I said it was gonna be like 36-0. But you know, it was close. 30 something of 9,
28-9, I think,
something like that. So yeah, it is dominated, and I knew all those guys could win. So it's exciting to see, and I just can't wait to see them the rest of the season and how they do at nationals. Hopefully they get Penn State.
Well, we will see.
Yeah, we will see. Yeah.
Thanks, Zahid. Appreciate you, man.
For sure.